How do you mostly get around on campus? Do you walk?
I walk.
I usually like longboard or ride a bike.
I generally just walk from class to class.
How do you usually get around campus?
I walk.
Let me finish his email.
My bike.
These two lovely legs.
He walks. All right.
I usually prefer to walk. I don't own a bike or really any other thing, so it's just convenient for me to walk because I figure I don't want to throw any more money, considering I'm a poor college student, into a mode of transportation when a walk is basically max 15 minutes anywhere on campus.
What's your main mode of transportation around campus?
My feet.
I just walk. I sometimes ride the bus.
So like, am I supposed to like answer you, or do I answer the question myself? I get around campus by walking.
How do you feel about walkers on campus?
It's probably a two-way street. It depends upon the person.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I can't complain because everyone walks, but some of them really have no idea where the heck they're going and like are not aware of the things that are around them at all, which is kind of inconvenient very frequently.
When there's a big crowd, you can't just go riding through there and hit people. It's not nice.
How do you feel about other walkers and bikers? Do you feel like, you know, bikers are a problem on campus, you know, speeding around, you know, almost hitting people, and other walkers?
You know, I wouldn't really say that they're a problem because they generally stay on the bike path. If walkers are on the bike path, then that's their problem.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm about to get run over, you know, but they usually are pretty safe.
Sometimes if you and the biker have like miscommunication of where you're both walking, so you'll look at them and they'll move in the same direction you're going, and then you move and they'll move in the same way too to kind of counter it. That's the only time I have a problem.
Some of them are all right. There are some people who know what they're doing.
I've experienced a lot of people falling off longboards.
Okay,
and
yeah.
sometimes them hitting the back of people's ankles. And
Okay,
stuff, so,
yeah.
I mean, if they use the bike lanes, that's what they're supposed to use. But, you know, people just bike wherever they want because they're an adult. So they think they can do whatever they want, and they just run into people.
One person said when they get in the wrong lane, like that annoys them. I have to personally agree. I think that if you decide to ride a bike, then you are like signing some like moral conduct thing, kind of like that you're not gonna run anybody over. I understand it's faster, it's your campus, whatever, you do you, bro. But like, I mean, you can't be running people over. You gotta stay in your own lane, like really. You chose to ride the bike, take the wheels, whatever. I chose to use my legs, like my two legs that I hope won't be broken when you like run over me. So yeah.
I just think a lot of people need to learn how to properly navigate with their bicycles.
The bikes that like run your over trying to weave between people piss me off. I think that as long as the bikers or whatever riding stuff on wheels stays on the sidewalk, that's perfectly fine as long as I don't have to deal with it. I mean, I did like video in high school, so I mean, you're just doing it wrong.
But I've had a few bad experiences with walkers who like just like all of a sudden just like show up out of nowhere and just like dart across the path and it's just like, oh, whoa, you're in my way now, sorry.
So, I mean, ride your bike at your own risk.
I usually know when it's my fault that I'm not walking properly. I think like texting and phones is a big problem and issue all the time, obviously, because people, I mean, I do it all the time. And then I know it's my fault and I get embarrassed. So like generally everyone kind of said that, like it's your fault if you kind of get into somebody's way because they're moving faster than you.
All right. So, multiple choice question scenario. So, when you're walking down the sidewalk filled with other people, there's a bike coming towards you. Do you A, push somebody to avoid collision, B, look back down at your phone and hope for the best, or C, call the biker's bluff, he'll crash into somebody else?
I call the biker's bluff.
I'll usually keep walking straight towards them.
See
I just
if
like
they
to
cave
try
for
and
it.
scare them.
I just look at my phone and zone out. I do that most of the time anyways.
I'll call the bluff.
Ah, it's calling the bluff.
Oh, I will look at the biker and call his bluff.
I probably would go with B, look down at my cell phone and hope for the best. I mean, they see you, you lock eyes with the biker, and they see you and you see them, and you're like, biker, you can go around me. So go around me. I'm looking at my phone now.
I get around campus with my longboard. This puppy that I'm sitting on right here. It's nice, easy, gets me where I need to go, when I need to get there, as fast as I need to get there. That's the trick, and I love it. The worst thing is when people are walking towards you and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go that way. And then they're like, oh, I better get out of this way by going this way. And I end up hitting people and then they get mad at me like it's my fault when originally I was just gonna go through them, no problem at all. It's really embarrassing when you fall though and people see you and then laugh.
Should I talk about when Dan fell?
Yes.
Rumor that you might have just like fallen on your own, like.
He was just riding on his skateboard or his longboard, and all of a sudden he just goes down. And I usually wouldn't laugh when somebody falls, but this was really funny because he was going like 0.5 miles per hour, and the fall was so slow and so drawn out.
I was barely moving on my board, like hardly standing on it, not even going walking pace. And then I accidentally kicked one of the wheels.
It looked like he could have stopped at any moment, but he just kept falling. It was really great. And I mean, it's a risk you take because it was really embarrassing.
I just like kept stumbling for like 10, 12 feet and then just finally fell. And then a bunch of girls nearby asked if I was okay, and it was really embarrassing.
So one time I was riding my bike through a parking lot, and I saw a car coming, and I had the right of way, and I noticed that the car wasn't going to stop. I looked, and the girl was down texting or something. And so fortunately, she was going slow enough where I had enough time to jump off my bike, and she ran over my bike. But it wait, that makes me sound dumb.
There have been some close calls, but you know, I try and watch out for that because there are a lot of people who just like walk in the bike lanes. I get why bicyclists are mad at some people who walk because they don't know what they're doing. But for the most part, I try and watch out for people on bikes because the last thing I want to do is get rammed in the back by someone on a bike while I'm walking to class.
Try to stay out of the bike lanes because it's a bike
Exactly, yeah, that's kind of their own fault. They're asking for it.
That concept of don't walk in the bike lane.
Do you have any other opinions or experiences you want to add on to this?
Just need more bike lanes.
All right,
A lot more.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Today I saw a person riding like one of those bikes, but it was like really old looking. It had a big basket on the front. And she was going by me. I was like,
Stop.
I do have one experience. Yesterday, I was looking at my phone and heard screeches. I looked up. There was a biker like 3 inches from me, and I was like, dude, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. So he almost hit me. If he didn't have brakes, he would have hit me.
Be safe, kids.
Be safe.
All right.